Nice Sunday morning, and I've got the ability to employ 4 people without work. So when we went to pick them up at Agra, our local agricultural shop, it was almost a fist fight. But before we start the work for today, or the real work, we're gonna just run through the river and pull these things, Datura. Now, I'm not gonna turn the camera around because I'm still ugly. I didn't put on my makeup yet. But Datura is a serious weed. I wanted to use it for mulch, but somebody in the comments mentioned that they might have allelopathic tendencies. In other words, they kill plants around them. Now if you look here where they're growing, it doesn't seem like it, but I don't want to take the risk around my fruit trees and see if there's any truth to that. So we're just gonna yank them out, drop them, and let them go. They are so poisonous that they can kill children and horses and all sorts of things. Well, that's what the internet says. As a child, at school, I found a bunch of them. We found them in a bed of reeds. I was in a little farm school, and we ended up breaking them and building houses with them. And I wonder what would have happened if I ate something, or I don't know what the poisoning of these things would look like if you're a child. First, I just quickly want to clarify a misperception that happened yesterday. So we ripped the soil yesterday all the way on this contour line here. Now it does do 2 things. It allows me on the very right, I pushed the soil closed and I planted some stuff. On the left we still have a lot of loose soil. The tractor went over it to compact it a little and compacted it a little bit again, which isn't ideal, but it happened. But the main reason is to bring these guys in, make their lives easier for them to dig the swale without using picks. Now Bessie Bees said that people would like to see a time lapse without anybody talking. So that is what I'm going to do quickly. I'm going to give you a minute time lapse without me talking. Let's have a look. I found this solar system in the shops today, and I'm thinking put the solar panel on the roof and then maybe put the light against that wall there and then put a bucket of water below it. Now I'm thinking there's chicken wire around us, obviously, so you are keeping the bigger moths. I don't think we'll be able to come in, I'm not sure. So I'm wondering whether I should maybe put it on the outside and then have it, bring it in every day, or whether I should put it inside and then just clean it out every day, something like that. Anyway, I'll put it up quickly and then you can tell me in the comments what you think, whether I should move it or not. So while I was away, the guys got into my worm pile. Now, take into account that we give them very good food, but this is a traditional meal for them. And so they saw the worm pile and they started digging it up. Big problem of digging up a worm pile in our climate is that everything becomes exposed to the sun. So your worms' chances of survival decreases rapidly. So today, thousands of earthworms died here. We are wetting it as fast as we can, hoping to save as many as we can, obviously. But this was not an intended mistake. No, I don't use the big grubs. my guys are allowed to take as many of them as they could, so during lunchtime they just took as many worms as they could. But to do that they shuffled the whole worm pile in the sun, which is not a good thing for a worm pile in our climate. The red wigglers really prefer cool, moist conditions. So hopefully, there's one. Hopefully most of them survived, or many of them survived. There you go, there's some worms. So I think it's all is not lost, but it's interesting to see how different cultures can change things around. So I've been struggling with that solar light. We just turn off the road here quickly. Seems like it needs a battery for the remote. It can't work without the remote. So we went into town quickly, decided to grab some shearers and cut a tree. Now, this is a Marula tree, and I decided not to cut that much today. This one carries a lot of fruit. I just want to cut a couple, plant them, and see what happens, see if it comes right, and then obviously see if there's some tips in the comments. I'm sure people will look at it and say, listen, change this, change that. So this is on the entrance of town from the Ochu side. Now what I read about Marulas is that some of them don't carry fruit. This one I do know for a fact does carry fruit. That's why I'm not making cuttings from the ones at my house, because they're still too young. I don't know whether they carry fruit or not. You need to make from a female tree. So this is definitely a female tree because it does carry fruit. And so this is my plan. This is what I'm going to do. Let me show you the tree from a bit closer up, and then I'm just gonna put the phone down and make some cuttings quickly. So this is it. I guess it's about 8 meters tall, and I hope I can get to the bottom branches of it. So this is my hole. I don't know how to pronounce that word. All the sticks that I gathered, and I'm back home. Learned Marula is much harder than you think it is, and that all the bottom branches of that tree is gone, so you have to climb into it to harvest it, which is a story. So I hope that I can do some more soon. I just want to get these ones into the ground, get a nice potting mix up, see where that takes us. Okay, so I'm going to use two guys quickly to help me with the compost and the things, and this is basically the end of the day. We only have a couple of minutes left, so I'm quickly going to walk you through the swale that we made today. So they started digging there, and I know it looks difficult, it's difficult to see, but there's a hell of a lot of soil that was moved today, and that was moved because the soil was made soft yesterday. So here we removed a wider piece of soil, you can almost say. I wanted to make this stronger because of all the water rushing in there. Obviously there's still a lot of work to be done. This can still be much higher and wider, but yeah, you can see. Okay, so the first part of the day I had them all work together, and then about an hour ago I decided to split them up. Splitting them up, it makes it more difficult to chat. It felt like the guys were standing around and chatting, but I'm sure there's some industry psychologist that can tell me which would work better. But it seems like if the guys are working 10 or 15 meters apart, then things go faster. So not that I don't want them to rest, it's very hard work, but obviously you want the most bang for your buck. Okay, so this is about 70 meters, I guess, from there to there, and I think we made quite a bit of progress today. Okay, so this is our chicken setup now. The light is there. There's a wall there that's gonna keep them from being exposed to the light if they want to sleep, but the bugs will come here, drop into the bucket there, and then hopefully you have free protein for your chickens. I'll put a short tonight when it works, when the bugs are coming, and see how it works, and then I'll post that for you. So for our potting soil mix, we're gonna go third clay. Is genoeg manne? That's enough? Yeah? Come collect this ones quickly. Third clay, a third of the worm compost. This is a wheelbarrow that's been turned out a while, so I know it's rotten or completely finished. Laai hierdie manne, put that in. Okay. Okay, so the method I'm going to use is simple. I'm going to, for instance, this one is a little bit weak, so I'm going to keep this one. I'll put it into the ground in any case, cut it at a 45-degree angle. Cut this at a 45-degree angle. A little bit hard. Just make it wet. Use your wife's coffee cups for that, she likes it when you do. Put it in some rooting hormone and push it into the soil. So we'll do the weak one as well. I cut it at a 45-degree angle just to give it a bit more exposure. Shake off the extra rooting hormone and push it into the soil. I'm not actually sure whether you're supposed to wet it. I don't have instructions for this, but it just makes more sense to do. This one is a bit bigger. You see there's still some fruits on, so you cut the fruits off. Cut it just above that body there. That is exactly what you don't want, the tear in the thing. Give it a little bit of a stem, not too long. Cut it at 45 degrees. My good pliers are not here. I actually want. I bought a pair of nice scissors the other day. Yeah, and so that's simple. A little bit of leaves, 45 degrees, and push it into the soil and then keep it moist. So I'm going to do all of these, and then I'll show you afterwards how many we got out once it is done. I'll get the guys to do it so they can learn how to do it as well. Okay, so the guys helped me with the rooting hormone. I actually didn't know Mopani could be propagated this way. They only know the traditional way of planting them by seed, but then you don't know whether you're gonna get male, female, or what. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 plants. Now, the hiccup that I think could have happened is the scissors wasn't as sharp as I hoped. I think I got nice clear cuts, but it's better to use sharp scissors. I got a pair of nice scissors, but Simon took them home. I told him wherever he walks he needs to have them in his pocket, and so he ended up accidentally taking them home because he's always got it in his pocket. He let me know that, so I knew that, but I also knew where the old pair were, so that wasn't a problem. Right, we are trying to aim for 15,000 subscribers, but yeah, we would like 15,000 subscribers. We're aiming for 5,000 subscribers before the 15th. So if you want to hit that subscribe button, that would be wonderful. Leave a comment, reply to other people's comments, that's wonderful, or just put a thumbs up on the comments, that also helps. That's the end of my story. Have a wonderful day. See you tomorrow.